Hi everyone, welcome to those of you that are watching this in the future. Just gonna wait a little bit till people start logging on to the live stream. I'm gonna delete some incense. Beep, beep, beep. Hey, hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Bobbie, and today is Saturday. Tomorrow is also Valentine's Day, so it's time for an Energizing Vinyasa. We're going to do lots of heart openers today, back bends. To open up our hearts for Valentine's Day. So, this class is a 75-minute class now, and it's more of an intermediate advanced class. You can make it more of a beginner class by not taking some of the options that I give, but I'm going to give a lot of intermediate and advanced options. They're all optional. Feel free to skip out on anything that you don't feel comfortable with. And yeah, let's get started. You're gonna need 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can use a few pillows, maybe like 3 pillows. Hi, good morning. Or books that are about the size of a yoga block. And we're gonna need those right away. I have a blanket. I like to use blanket to pad my knees in kneeling poses. You can also use it for seated poses to sit up on. And then you'll also need a strap. If you don't have a strap, you can use a belt, a tie. We can practice some inversions. We'll throw some in there. A belt, a tie, whatever you have that you can tie or put like a little loop in the end of it. Okay, we're going to get started in supported fish. So you'll take your blocks or pillows or whatever you're using, books, place one right at the bottom of the shoulder blades, and then the other one underneath the head. And they can be on any height that you'd like. They don't have to be on the heights that I have them set at. I have this one this one under the medium height, and then this one the low height. But you can have them the same height. You can have the one under your head higher. Whatever feels best in your body. If you really like a deep shoulder and heart opening, you can not use this block under your head. Also, and if you're using pillows, you may just want to put a couple pillows underneath the shoulders and not underneath the head, but that's up to you. Make it your own, just so you can get a nice heart opening right away here. And the legs can be lengthened out long in front of you, or you can bring the soles of the feet together, knees open wide. To intensify the heart and shoulder opening, you can also clasp opposite elbows above the head. Once you arrive in your supported fish, close the eyes, relax the face, begin to slow the breath down, taking deep, even breaths in and out through the nose. Trying to let go of anything that happened before you came to your mat today. And let go of anything that might happen after. Allow yourself to be present. Really focusing on the breath. Noticing, observing any thoughts that come to your mind, but letting them go with each exhale. Take a few more moments here, sitting in stillness, in silence, focusing on the breath. When you're ready, begin to blink the eyes open. Release the arms from above the head if you clasped opposite elbows. Bring the hands to the outer thighs to help you bring the knees towards one another if you brought the knees wide. And then everyone carefully roll off to one side, off of your props. And set them off to the side, but make sure they're within arm's reach in case you need them later. And then lie back on your back. Hug the right knee into the chest. Reach the left leg out long. Take a few deep breaths here. Forgot to take my slippers off. And then bring the right arm out to a T or cactus shape with the palm facing up. Left hand to the outside of the right leg. Take an inhale. As you exhale, gently let the right leg fall over to the left side. Keep that right shoulder grounded. Maybe place a prop underneath the right leg. Breathe into the belly. Gaze can either be straight up at the sky or over the right shoulder, whatever feels okay on your neck. On an inhale, bring that right leg through center and switch sides. Hug the left knee in. Reach the right leg out long in front of you. Take a few deep breaths here. Then reach the left arm out to the left, either 90-degree bend or straight out. Right hand to the outer left thigh. Take an inhale. Exhale, gently let that left knee fall over to the right side. Keep the left shoulder grounded. Maybe place a prop underneath the left leg. Maybe look over the left shoulder if that feels okay on your neck. Inhale to come up through center. Place both feet onto the earth, about hips width distance apart. From here, try not to look from side to side in this pose. We're going to come into some bridge ups. So we'll inhale, press the hips up, and then exhale, lower them back down. So bring the hands to the outer thighs. Keep the knees squeezing toward one another. So keep them hips width distance apart. Try not to let them splay out to the sides, and try not to let them fall in to touch one another. On an inhale, lift up the hips. Exhale, slowly lower upper back, middle back, lower back. Inhale, lift. Press up as high as you can. Exhale, lower upper back, middle back, lower back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Now we're going to go up into our bridge once again. We're going to hold 2 bridges. So inhale, lift the hips. Maybe interlace the hands underneath you. Maybe lift the right leg up towards the sky. Keep pressing the hips up. Breathe into the belly. Exhale, lower the right leg. Release the hands and lower all the way down to the back. We'll do 1 more. Like that. Inhale, lift up. Maybe interlace the hands. Try to do opposite thumb on top than you did before. Maybe lift the left leg up this time. Keep pressing the hips up. Squeeze the belly in towards the spine. Exhale, lower the left leg. It'll release the hands and lower all the way back down. Bring the feet wide and let the knees fall in toward one another. Bring the arms out to a T or cactus shape. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, gently let the legs fall over to the left, head to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, legs to the right, head to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, legs to the left, head to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, legs to the right, head to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, legs left, head right. Inhale, center. Legs right, head left. Inhale, center. Begin to rock up and down the spine a few times. Eventually making your way to hands and knees, tabletop position. And we'll move through a couple rounds of cat-cow here. So bring the hands right underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips, spread the fingertips nice and wide. On an inhale, lift the heart. Let the belly sink down towards the earth. Exhale, round the spine, really pull the belly button in. Inhale, find extension in your cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, cat. Keep moving with your own breath for a few more rounds. With each inhale, filling up the lungs completely, and each exhale, emptying them out completely. On your next inhale, come to a neutral tabletop position. Reach the right leg back behind you and the left arm out in front of you. Really lift that right leg up, but keep the hips square, toes pointing down. As you exhale, curl the elbow in towards the knee. Inhale, extend, really lift that right leg up. Exhale, curl. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. 2 more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. Inhale to extend. Bend the right knee. Reach that right sole of the foot up towards the sky. Stay here or reach back for the foot or ankle with the left hand. Kick the foot into the hand. Lift the heart. Keep that low abdomen engaged. Tiger pose. Exhale. Lower everything down. Tabletop. Inhale. Reach the left leg back. Right arm forward. Really lift that left leg up. Exhale. Curl the elbow in towards the knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. Inhale, extend and lift. Exhale, curl. 2 more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. Inhale to extend. Bend the left knee. Reach back for the left foot or ankle with the right hand. Kick the foot into the hand. Tiger pose. Carefully release hand and foot back down. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right, coming onto the left side of the face, left shoulder. Right hand can stay where it is, or it can reach out in front of you, or wrap behind the back. Bring that right hand back in front of the face if it's not there already. Press into the right palm and inhale the left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, lower. Inhale the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left, coming onto the right side of the face and the right shoulder. Left hand can stay here. Reach out in front of you or wrap behind the back. Breathe into the belly. Release the left hand back in front of the face if it's not there already. Press into the left palm and inhale the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, lower. From here, keep the hands planted. Fingertips spreading nice and wide. Step both feet back behind you, plank pose. Press through the heels and reach through the crown of the head. Press into the palms to lift that back heart space up. Pull the belly in and lengthen the tailbone back behind you. You can always lower the knees down if you'd like. Maybe begin to rock back and forth a little bit. Maybe do a few circles. One direction, and then the other direction. Then find stillness. On your exhale, lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale, slide the heart through, cobra. Take a few breaths in your cobra. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. Opening up the heart, the spine. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, bring the forearms out in front of you. This one hurts. I fell on the ice on my bike the other day. It hurt my elbow really bad. So I have a huge bruise and lump on my elbow. Anywho, press into the forearms, roll the shoulder blades down the back, press into the tops of the feet and lengthen the tailbone back. Sphinx pose. Stay here or bend the right knee. Reach back for the right foot with the right hand. Try to square the shoulders off to the top of the mat. Stay here or press into the left palm to lift the left elbow up. Carefully release everything back down if you took that half frog. And switch sides if you took it on the first side. Bend the left knee. Reach back for the left foot with the left hand. Try to square the shoulders off to the top of the mat. Stay here or press into the right palm to lift that right elbow up. Exhale, carefully lower everything back down. Keep the forearms where they are. Begin to bring the knees in so that they're underneath the hips and reach the heart down towards the ground. Puppy pose. Either forehead comes down to the earth or props, or the heart and chin come down to the earth. Maybe to intensify the stretch a little bit, you press up onto the fingertips, lifting up the forearms. Keep pulling the belly in towards the spine. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Then release the palms back down. Walk the hands in slightly and tuck the toes underneath. Lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Begin to pedal through the feet a little bit. Walking out your down dog. First one of class. Maybe the first one of the day. And then find stillness for a moment. Press into the palms, really lift those hips up towards the sky. At the same time, roll the shoulders away from the ears. Pull the belly in towards the spine. Look back towards your thighs or navel. If you feel like your spine is rounding forward, you can bring a nice bend into the knees. So you find that nice long spine that you're looking for in this pose. And when you're ready, bend the knees, look forward, and tiptoe the feet to the top of the mat. Let the feet land right underneath the hips, and let the body hang over the legs. Maybe clasp opposite elbows. Maybe sway a little bit, bending into one knee and then the other. Try to bring more weight in the toes rather than the heels. And make sure you're relaxing the head and neck completely. You can have as much of a bend in the knees as you need. If you clasped opposite elbows, release the hands down. Everyone bring a nice deep bend into the knees and slowly begin to roll up one vertebra at a time. Shoulder blades roll down the back. Palms spin open. The head lifts up last. Tadasana, mountain pose. I come over here so I can read this. And from here, either keep the feet hips width distance apart or step them together, whatever feels best in your body. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Interlace all fingers except the index fingers. Point them up towards the sky. Take an inhale, find length. Exhale, side bend to the right. Spin the heart open towards the sky. Breathe into the left side body. Press the hips to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Breathe into the right side body. Inhale, center. Exhale, interlace the hands at the low back. Inhale, lift that heart up, baby back bend. Press the hips forward. Keep the abdomen engaged. As you exhale, keep the hands interlaced. Hinge from the hips. Fold over the legs. From here, bend into the left knee. Keep that right leg straight. Spin that right shoulder up towards the sky. Exhale, center. Inhale, bend into the right knee. Left leg stays straight. Spin the left shoulder up towards the sky. Exhale, come back down to center. Release the hands at the low back. Inhale, halfway lift. Find length in the spine. Exhale, plant the palms in either step or maybe lightly hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. On inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky. Bend the right knee, open up the hip. Maybe do a couple leg circles in both directions. Then straighten that right leg, square off the hips, take an inhale. Exhale, step the right foot through in between the hands. Lower the back knee to the earth. Pat it if you like. Inhale, lift the arms up towards the sky. Squeeze the inner thighs towards one another. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Lengthen the tailbone down towards the earth. Lift the heart up. Exhale, interlace the hands at the low back. Inhale, open the heart. Keep squeezing the thighs towards one another. Keep the abdomen engaged. Release the hands back up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, find length. Exhale, twist to the right, hooking that left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Palms press at heart center. Look over the right shoulder. Feel free to stay here. Or maybe you bend the back knee, reach back for the left foot with the right hand. It's hard to do this and talk at the same time. And you can always grab a strap to wrap the little loop around the strap of the strap around the ball of the foot and grab onto the strap instead. So they're all just options. Carefully release the back foot if you grabbed it. Inhale, both arms up towards the sky. Exhale, shift the hips back, fold over the right leg, working towards a straight right leg, but it doesn't have to be straight. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Try to keep a nice long spine as you fold over the right leg. Right toes flex up towards the sky. I have to take it easy on this right hamstring because I pulled it the other week and it still hurts. Then bend into the right knee. Turn the right toes slightly in. Lift the back knee up, coming back onto that left heel. So right toes point out, heel points in, knee and toes point in the same direction. Skandasana. Left leg is straight. Left toes point up towards the sky. Either keep the hands down on the earth or you can bring hands to heart center, spinning that left shoulder open. Bring the hands down to center and switch sides. Bend into the left knee, straighten the right leg, Skandasana on the other side. Spin the right shoulder open. Then bend into the right knee, lengthen the left leg back behind, ground through the left heel, align front heel with the arch of the back foot, warrior two. Both arms reach out in either direction, lengthen the tailbone down. On an inhale, left arm reaches down the left leg, right arm overhead, reverse warrior. Exhale, back, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down to frame that front foot. Lift the back heel. Hug this right foot in. Then shoot it up and back. Three-legged dog. Bend the right knee. Open up the hip. Stay here. Or maybe that right foot begins to get really heavy and falls to the left side of the mat. Flipping you over. Straighten the left leg. Lift the hips up. Reach that right arm back. Wild thing. If you're in your wild thing, carefully make your way back to your three-legged dog. with the right leg lifted. Now here, if you want to try to play with some inversions, you can either, to move through your vinyasa, you can either kick up into your chin stand, by bending the elbows and reaching the chin to the earth. It's a little, you don't have to try that one. And then moving through your vinyasa. Or you can kick up into your handstand or do a couple handstand hops. And then move through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale. Everyone meeting in downward facing dog. You don't have to take a vinyasa either. You can stay in your down dog if you'd like. Take a couple breaths in your down dog. Switch sides so you can see better. On an inhale, lift the left leg up towards the sky. Bend the left knee, open up the hip. Maybe do a couple leg circles. Straighten that left leg, square off the hips. Take an inhale. Exhale, step the left foot through in between the hands. Lower the back knee down. Make sure left knee is right above the left ankle. On an inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Lengthen the tailbone down, lift the heart up. Exhale, interlace the hands at the low back. Try to do opposite thumb on top than you did before. Inhale, lift the heart. Keep squeezing the inner thighs towards one another. Lengthen the tailbone down. Release the hands. Inhale the arms back up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, find the length in the spine. Exhale, twist to the left, hooking the right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Palms press at heart center. Stay here or bend the back knee. Reach back for the right foot with the left hand. You can always use a strap if you'd like, or just stay in your twist. Carefully release the back foot if you grabbed it. Inhale, come up through center, both arms reach up. Exhale, shift the hips back, fold over the left leg. Lift the left toes up towards the sky, working towards a straight left leg. Try to keep a nice long spine as you fold over. Inhale, bend into the front knee, lift the heart, turn the left toes slightly inward and heel out. Then lift up, coming onto that right heel, straighten that right leg, sink down into the hips, Skandasana. If you notice the right heel coming up or left heel coming up off the earth, lift the hips up a little higher. Maybe bring hands to heart center, opening that right shoulder up towards the sky. On an inhale, move up through center, bend into the right knee, straighten the left leg, Skandasana on the other side. Left shoulder lifts up towards the sky. Inhale, coming through center, bend into the right knee, ground through that left knee, ground through that right heel, align front heel with the arch of the back foot, warrior two. On an inhale, right arm down the right leg, left arm overhead, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down to frame the front foot. Lift the back heel up. Hug the left foot in. Shoot it up and back. Three-legged dog. Bend the left knee. Open up the hip. Stay here. Or maybe that left foot gets really heavy. Falls to the right side of the mat. Flipping you over. Lift the hips up. Reach the left arm back. Wild thing. If you're in your wild thing, carefully make your way back to your three-legged dog. with the left leg lifted. And here you can play around with some inversions if you like, or just move through your vinyasa, or stay in your down dog. So either chin stand, bend the elbows, reach the chin down, gently kick up. Then come down, inhale, upward or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Or the other option is handstand or handstand hops. Just gonna move forward a little bit so I don't hit the wall. And then lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Everyone meeting in your downward facing dog. Then bend the knees, look forward, step or maybe lightly hop, catching a little air if you'd like. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Whew. All right. From here, standing at the top of your mat, just going to switch sides so you can see. Everyone make sure you have your strap or whatever you're using nearby. Either standing with your feet together or hips width distance apart. Inhale the arms up towards the sky. Interlace all 10 fingers except the index fingers. Try to bring opposite thumb on top than you did the last time. Inhale, find length. Exhale, side bend to the left. Breathe into the right side body. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend to the right. Breathe into the left side body. Inhale, center. Exhale, interlace the hands at the low back. Inhale, lift that heart up. Press the hips forward, a little back bend. Keeping the hands interlaced. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Fold over the legs. Then bend into the right knee. Spin the left shoulder open. Exhale, center. Bend into the left knee. Spin the right shoulder open. Exhale, center. Carefully release the hands down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, either step or lightly hop back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky. Bend the right knee, open up the hip. We have a couple options here. Come up onto the left fingertips. Stay here. Or maybe, it's hard to balance, reach that left hand for the right foot. If you get your foot, kick that foot into your hand and try to stay balanced. It's okay if you lose your balance. And our next option is flipping your dog into wild thing, or maybe flipping all the way over into wheel pose. If you're in your wild thing or wheel, carefully make your way back to your three-legged dog with the right leg lifted. Exhale, step the right foot through in between the hands. Lower the back knee down towards the earth. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Interlace all 10 fingers except the index fingers. Find length. Exhale, back bend. Reach those fingertips back. Lift the heart up. Keep the abdomen engaged. Exhale, come back up. Now from here, so you have a few options here. You can either place the left hand down, or maybe you want to hook the strap before you place the left hand down. Bend the left knee, and reach back for your strap or your foot coming into a quad stretch. If you want to take it a little further, you can bend the back knee, bringing the left hand back to the left foot, maybe bringing that left foot into the left elbow crease, maybe reaching the right arm up, reaching for the left fingertips. Try to square the shoulders off to the top of the mat as best you can. You can always bring a strap or towel in between the hands as well. Next option is with the strap around the ball of the foot. Bring that strap into the left hand, reach that left elbow up overhead, reach the right arm back for that strap, and maybe begin to walk the hands back on the strap a little bit. It's a lot of balancing, and you can also do it without a strap if you're experienced with that. Since I hurt my knee on this side, I've been having a hard time getting into my king pigeon on this side, so I'm going to skip it. And then once you're done practicing your lungy back bends things, reach the arms up overhead on the inhale. As you exhale, shift the hips back, fold over the right leg, half splits. Maybe you decide to come a little further towards your full splits. Like I said, I hurt my hamstring here, so I can't really go down as far on this side. So you don't have to go all the way down. Maybe you just take it a little farther than half splits. Or maybe you stay in your half splits. And then when you're ready, come back into your low lunge, bending that front knee, lift the heart, then tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, ground through the back heel, ground through both feet, inhale the arms up towards the sky, warrior one. Square the hips up, so pull that right hip back, left hip forward, lengthen the tailbone down, really bend into that front knee, interlace the hands at the low back, inhale, lift the heart, exhale, fold either on top of or to the inside of that right leg. Keep squaring the hips off, so pull that right hip back, left hip forward. Reach the hands out in front of you. Crown of the head reaches down towards the earth. Inhale, come all the way back up. Release the hands overhead. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. Lift that back heel up. Hug the right foot in. Shoot it up and back. Three-legged dog. Now, options here, stay in your down dog, or take a three-legged vinyasa, or a regular vinyasa, or maybe practice some inversions, chin stand. Vinyasa or handstand. Or handstand hops too. Vinyasa. Or you can stay in your down dog or child's pose. All right. So hopefully you moved through your vinyasa or whatever. We're all in down dog now. For everyone needing down dog, I'm going to spin around again so you can see better. Inhale, lift the left leg up towards the sky. Bend the left knee, open up the hip. From here, maybe lift up onto the right fingertips. Maybe you take that right hand to reach for your left foot. Kick the foot into the hand. Or maybe you flip your dog into a wild thing. Maybe you flip your dog into your full wheel. Wherever you're at, Carefully make your way back to three-legged dog with the left leg lifted. Take an inhale. Exhale, step the left foot through in between the hands. Lower the back knee down. Make sure your strap is nearby. So if you're using your strap or tie or whatever you're using, place it around the ball of the foot. Okay. You can even come out of the pose to do it out of breath. It's so hard to talk and do all this at the same time, but it's fun. Okay. So maybe you place the right hand down, inhale the left arm up. You can always just stay here, or maybe bend the back foot, reaching back for your strap. Pull that back foot in. Next option, come up to kneeling, I guess, kind of, to your low lunge. Yeah. And then bend the right knee, either grabbing the right foot with the right hand. Maybe you walk that foot into the right elbow crease. Maybe you reach the left arm overhead. You can always put a strap or towel in between the hands or reach for the fingertips. Try to square the shoulders off as best you can to the top of the mat. And then the next option would be the king pigeon variation. So bend the back knee, reach back for your strap, flip that right elbow up towards the sky, walk both hands down the strap. Ooh, losing my balance. And then you could also try without a strap if you are experienced with that. Whew. I always lose my balance in that. It's hard balancing pose. All right. Once you've practiced your quad stretches and or back bends or twists, inhale, reach the arms up overhead, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, shift the hips back, fold over the left leg. Maybe you stay in your half splits, or maybe you begin to come further towards your full split. Try to keep the hips square though, so pull that left hip back, right hip forward, flex the left toes up towards the sky. Carefully come back to your low lunge if you're not there already. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, ground to the back heel. So spin those right toes in about 45 degrees. Inhale, lift the arms up, lunge into the front knee, square the hips off, pull the left hip back, right hip forward, warrior one. Exhale, interlace the hand at the low back. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold either on top of or towards the inside of the left knee. Keep pulling that left hip back, right hip forward. Reach the arms out in front of you. Reach the crown of the head down towards the earth. Inhale, rise back up, arms reach up. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. Lift the back knee or back heel. Hug this left foot in, shoot it up and back, three-legged dog. So, last chance to practice any inversions or vinyasas. So, either regular vinyasa, exhale, chaturanga, inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. You can always stay in your down dog or child's pose. Maybe you take three-legged vinyasa. Maybe you take chin stand. Or maybe you take handstand or handstand hops. on meeting in your child's pose. So lower to the knees, big toes touch, hips reach back towards the heels, knees can either be wide or together. Arms reach out in front of you, forehead reaches down towards the earth or onto some props. Take a few deep breaths here, letting the breath slow back down. Feeling the heartbeat begin to slow back down a little bit. Feeling the sweat, cooling the body down. Then on an inhale, lift the head up, walk the hands over to the right. Maybe stack left hand on top of right. Lower the forehead back down, spinning that left shoulder downward to really get into that left side body and reach that left sit bone back towards the left heel. On your next inhale, lift the head up, walk the hands back through center over to the left side, maybe stacking right hand on top of left. Lower the forehead back down to the earth or props. Spin the right shoulder downward and reach that right sit bone back towards the right heel. Inhale, walk the hands back to center. Lower the forehead down. Bring the palms to touch out in front of you. Then bend the elbows and bring the hands to the nape of the neck. Really reaching the heart down towards the earth. Walk the elbows in toward one another for a more intense stretch and away from one another for less of a stretch. You can walk them out further in front of you for more of a stretch also. And reach the arms back out in front of you. Lift the head up, tuck the toes underneath, lift the hips up and back to your downward facing dog. On the inhale, lift the left leg up towards the sky. As you exhale, bring left knee towards left wrist, kick the left foot out to the right, and then reach the right leg back behind you. Setting yourself up for pigeon. Make sure you have your strap or belt or tie nearby. From here, pull that left hip back, right hip forwards. The hips are nice and square. Either bringing the left foot further away from the body for a more intense stretch or closer into the body for less of a stretch. If you like, you can also put a block or something underneath the left hip if it's coming up high. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold over the left leg. Take a few deep breaths here, really sending the breath into that left outer thigh, left outer hip. You can stay down here in your sleeping pigeon, or if you'd like to come up and practice mermaid and or king pigeon. I like to bring my foot closer in when I practice these because it's easier for me to balance, but if you like it further out, then that's totally fine. It's up to you. Then, either taking the strap into your left hand, bend the back knee, reach back for the right foot with the right hand. Maybe you sneak that right foot into the right elbow crease. Maybe you lift the left arm up with your strap, either grabbing onto the strap, walking your hands toward one another, or bringing the hands to touch. Try to square the shoulders off to the top of the mat as best you can. It's not going to be perfect. And there's mermaid. You can stay there, or if you'd like to practice your king pigeon, you can come out of the pose to do this. Wrap the loop around the ball of the right foot. Bring that strap into the right hand. Flip that right elbow up. Walk both hands down the strap towards the right foot. This one's also kind of hard to balance in. I feel like I have a harder time balancing in it when I use a strap. Just try to keep your balance. If you fall out, it's okay. Be careful. And the third option is without a strap, bending the back knee. You bring the right hand to the outside, the pinky toe edge you bring it to the inside, the big toe edge of the right foot. Then lift the right elbow up, either grabbing onto your arm or walking your hand down to your foot. All right, so we had a little time with that. If you're still in your sleeping pigeon, walk the hands up. From here, you're going to lean off onto the left hip, swing the right foot around, crossing it over to the outside edge of the left leg. The right sole of the foot will be planted on the ground. You can keep this left knee bent, or if it's a little too intense on your hips, reach the left leg out long in front of you. But keep both sit bones grounded. Inhale, lift the left arm up, right hand back behind you. Exhale, twist to the right, either wrapping the left arm around the right leg, or hooking that left elbow to the outside of the right leg. Or maybe if you'd like to come into a bind, reaching that left arm through this little space in your legs, and then reaching the right arm back behind you, either grabbing onto a strap or towel in between the hands, or reaching for your fingertips. Gaze can be straight out to the right, or back behind you over the right shoulder. Carefully, everyone unwind. Take a little counter side or twist to the left. Now we're going to try a fancy way to get to the other side. So you're going to keep the feet where they are, but come up onto the tippy toes. Walk the hands around so that you do a 180 and land on the other side. And if you didn't make it, that's totally fine. It took me a really long time to learn how to do that. If you didn't make it, you can reach the legs out long in front of you, cross left leg over right. Either keep the right leg straight or bend the right knee. From here, left hand reaches behind the hips. Inhale, the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, twist to the left, either wrapping the right arm around the left leg, hooking the right elbow to the outside of the left leg, or coming into that bind by reaching that right hand through that space between the legs and the left hand back behind you, either grabbing onto a strap or towel or your fingertips. Gaze can either be straight out to the left or back behind you over the left shoulder. Carefully unwind. Take a little counter twist to the right. And then from here, center the upper body. Keep the right leg where it is. Or if your right leg is straight, bend the right knee in. Lean onto the right hip so you can swing the left leg back behind you, setting yourself up for pigeon on the other side. So this right foot can be further away from the body for a more intense stretch or closer in for less of a stretch. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold over the legs. Just take a few breaths here, sending the breath into the right outer hip. If you'd like, you can stay in your sleeping pigeon or walk the hands in. Maybe bring that right foot closer in towards you. Maybe find your strap, take it in the right hand. Maybe bend the left knee, reach back for the left foot with the left hand. Maybe sneak that left foot into the left elbow crease. And maybe bring the right arm overhead, either with the strap, grabbing onto the strap or towel or whatever you're using, or grabbing onto the fingertips. For mermaid. Next option, king pigeon. Take that strap, put it around the ball of the left foot. Make your way back into your pigeon. Okay, so keeping this long edge of the strap in the left hand, bend the left knee, reach the left elbow up towards the sky, then reach the right elbow up, and maybe walk the hands down the strap. Or if you have a lot of back bending experience, you can try it without the strap, except the strap is stuck on my foot. So to do that, you can take the left hand from around the outside edge of the foot into the inside edge. If that makes sense, then reach the left elbow up. Maybe reach the right hand back, either grabbing onto the forearm or reaching down towards the foot and hand. All right. If you are in your sleeping pigeon, walk the hands back in. Now everyone tuck the back toes, hug this right foot in, shoot it up and back, three-legged dog. Lower the right foot down. On an inhale, wave the body forward, shoulders land over the wrists, plank pose. Reach through the heels and the crown of the head, lengthen the tailbone back. Take a few breaths here. You can always lower the knees down if you'd like. Maybe rock a little bit back and forth. Maybe do some circles. A little bit of core work before we slow down a little more. And then find center. As you exhale, squeeze the elbows in towards the sides and lower all the way down to the belly. Reach the right arm out to the right, shoulder height. Right arm can be straight or cactus shape or 90-degree bend. If you do have the 90-degree bend, this stretch will be more intense. From here, begin to roll onto the right side, either hugging bending the knees up or lengthening them back behind you and stepping the left foot back behind you. Maybe reaching the left arm back around your back. And you should feel a nice stretch in the front of that right shoulder. There's a little chest and heart opener. What we've been doing, lots of them. From here, bring that left hand back in front of the face if it's not there already. Now everyone carefully roll back onto your bellies. And then we'll switch side, left arm out to the left, Either a 90-degree bend in the left elbow or left arm is straight. Roll onto the left side. Maybe bend the knees. Maybe reach them straight behind you. Maybe step the right foot back behind you. Either keeping the right hand in front of the face or wrapping it back behind your back. Keep trying to spin that right shoulder up towards the sky. Relax the head and neck. Send your breath into that heart space. Bring that right hand back in front of the face if it's not there already. Roll onto the belly. And then roll all the way over onto your backs. See how much time we have. We'll do a little bit more back bending if you want. Okay. Let's do 3 back bends. You have a few different options. Either take your bridge pose, which we took at the beginning of class, where you lift the hips up. Just make sure not to look from side to side in that pose. You can take supported bridge by grabbing a block or maybe a couple pillows, placing it underneath the sacrum, and resting here. If you take this variation, you can take it now and hold it till we're all done with our back bends. And then the third option is full wheel by bringing the hands to the outside of each ear. Fingertips point down towards the shoulders, elbows point up towards the sky. You'll inhale, first press up onto the top of the head, and then press all the way up. Really pressing into the feet to reach the heart forward. Try to work to straighten the arms as much as you can. And then some more options in your wheel. You could even, if you have a wall nearby, come up all the way against the wall, working towards pressing the chest all the way up to the wall. They're all just options. So we'll take 3 back bends together. Prepare yourself for whatever back bends, or if you're already in your supported bridge, that's great. On an inhale, press up. Maybe if you're experienced in wheel and you'd like to take it a little further, maybe lift one leg, lower it back down, then lift the other leg, lower it back down. Everyone come back down to the ground. Take a moment to rest. Try to resist the urge to pull the knees in toward the chest. Just pull the belly in towards the spine. And then prepare yourself for your second back bend. You can always take a different variations each time we go up. So maybe you take wheel on one, maybe you take bridge on another, maybe you take supported bridge on another. Whatever works best in your body. Prepare yourself for your second back bend. On your inhale, lift up. Squeeze the knees toward one another. Press into the feet. Exhale, carefully lower all the way back down. Take a little rest. Resist the urge to pull the knees in toward the chest. Maybe you bring the feet wide and let the knees fall in toward one another. And pull the navel in towards the spine. And when you're ready, prepare yourself for your third and final back bend of class. On your inhale, press up. Taking whatever variations you're comfortable with. And then carefully lower all the way back onto your back. Take a moment to rest here before trying to pull the knees in. We'll do some twists first. But first, let the knees or feet come wide and the knees fall in toward one another. Really pull the navel in towards the spine. Then heel toe the feet in. Bring the arms out to a T or a cactus shape with the palms facing up. Movement blocks. Cross right thigh over left and scoot the hips over to the right slightly. Lower them back down. Maybe you hook this right foot behind the left ankle or calf. Take an inhale at the top. Exhale, gently let the legs fall over to the left side. Keep the right shoulder grounded. Maybe place a prop underneath the legs. Maybe bring the left hand to the outer right thigh. Gaze can be straight up at the sky or over the right shoulder if that feels okay on your neck. Inhale the legs up through center. Uncross them. Center the hips. Then cross left thigh over right. Lift the hips up slightly. Scooch them over to the left a couple inches. Then lower the hips back down. Maybe you hook this left foot behind the right ankle or calf. Take an inhale. As you exhale, gently let the legs fall over to the right. Keep the left shoulder grounded. Maybe place some props underneath the legs. Maybe bring the right hand to the left outer thigh. Maybe bring the gaze over the left shoulder. Breathe into the belly. Inhale, come up through center. Uncross the legs, center the hips. And now you can hug the knees into the chest. You always want to make sure after lots of back bending that you do some twists before you hug the knees in toward the chest, folding the opposite way. Well, let's rock the back out a little bit, rock a little bit from side to side. Maybe do a few circles with the knees, massaging that whole back. Make sure to go in both directions. Then from here, bring the knees wide and bring the soles of the feet together. Bring the hands to the feet or calves or ankles. Then reach the forehead up towards the feet. Press the soles of the feet toward one another. Knees opening wide. Take an inhale. As you exhale, keep the legs in this position, but lower the feet down to the earth. Supta Baddha Konasana or reclined butterfly. Let's take the left hand to the heart and the right hand to the belly. We'll take 3 cleansing breaths together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Last one. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Sigh it all out. Come back to deep, even breaths in and out through the nose. Feel the warmth of your hands over your heart and belly. And feel the belly and chest press up into the hands as you breathe in. And then feel them lower back down as you breathe out. If you'd like, you can stay in your Supta Baddha Konasana or reclined butterfly for your Shavasana, or you can take a regular Shavasana, bring the hands to the outer thighs to help you bring the legs towards one another. Reach the legs out long. If you are someone that experiences low back pain, maybe you bring a bend to the knees, bring the feet wide and let the knees fall in toward one another. Or maybe you bring a prop like a bolster, a pillow, blocks, or rolled up blanket underneath the knees. Feel free to maybe add a layer if you're starting to feel a little cold. Put my hoodie back on. And once you arrive in your Shavasana, let the eyes close, relax the face. Relax every single muscle in the body, from the toes all the way up to the crown of the head. Let go of whatever happened before you came to your mat today, and let go of anything that might happen after. Allow yourself to be present. Let go of your thoughts. Then begin to let the breath return to its natural state, letting go of any breath control. Shavasana. you'd like to stay in your Shavasana longer, please do. But if you're ready to come out, start by deepening the breath. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Circle the ankles and wrists. Rock the head from side to side. And reach the arms up overhead, the legs out long in front of you for a morning stretch. Hug the knees into the chest and carefully roll onto the right side. Rest here on your right side for a moment or two. And whenever you're ready, trying to keep the eyes closed or a soft gaze, make your way into a comfortable cross-legged seat at the top of your mat. Once you arrive in your seat, reclose the eyes if you open them. Sit up nice and tall and bring the backs of the hands to the thighs or knees. On an inhale, reach the arms up overhead, palms touch at the top. Exhale through the mouth, hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Bow the chin towards the heart and take a moment to thank yourself for carving this time out of your day to challenge yourself, to open your heart, and to practice yoga. And I thank you for joining me. I'm going to end with a quote from Roy T. Bennett. Don't be pushed around by the fears in your mind. Be led by the dreams in your heart. Bring the thumb knuckles up to the third eye space. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Hope you had a good class. It was pretty challenging, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I like doing challenging classes, and I'm glad, I hope other people do too. So yeah, let me know what you think. And let me know if there's anything you want to work on in any future classes, whether it's poses, areas of the body you want to stretch or strengthen, or meditation type stuff, emotional things, whatever you want to work on, I want to include them in my classes. So yeah, let me know. And please join me next week on Tuesday for Yoga for Cyclists at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for Yin Yoga, and then this class every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, Energizing Vinyasa. Thank you again. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and like my videos if you like them, and donate if you can. I have Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App all listed on my social media and my YouTube. And then also, I keep forgetting I wanted to get people for my Pisces series coming up, not next week, but the week after. If you can, find a tennis ball or a myofascial ball, but a tennis ball works fine. So yeah, that's your homework. Find a tennis ball. All right. Thank you again, and have a really good day.